All right, let's roll. Hello, Hendricks community and friends. I am Kristin Tomlinson, Big Leap Coach, and welcome to Hendricks How-Tos. So let's take a moment just to take a breath or two. Wherever you are, get landed. Settle into your body in your chair. I have 2 questions for you as we begin. So expand into your sense of wonder and ask yourself this question, or I'm going to ask you this question. Do you find yourself worrying about things you really have no control over? That's a big one for me. I get a resounding yes. And the next question, do you have trouble letting go of other people's responses and feelings toward you? Well, if you answered yes to these questions, and my guess is you probably did, then I have a great Hendricks tool for you that I'd like to play with today. And it's called Sorting the 2 Files. It's the only kind of filing I like doing, actually, because it's a lot of fun. And you can make fun props with it that I'm going to share in a minute. So you can make physical props. I also sometimes imagine 2 filing cabinets. If I don't have anything physical, I'm more of a visualization girl. Sometimes I even picture the things I cannot control going up into this balloon and then just popping and leaving me. So as a recovering chronic worrier, I used to think that worrying was action. I was actually doing something by worrying. It was, I thought that I had to mentally wrap everyone and everything in bubble wrap and hold them up so the other shoe didn't drop, and keep all those balls in the air. Like that was my job, and that was action. But then I came to realize that all of these mental acrobatics and worrying, and through, of course, everything that I've learned through the Hendricks, is that worrying isn't really an action. Worrying deprives us of the vital energy that we might use to actually do something that is within our control. And certainly do something with creativity that is within our control, because we're not sapping that vital energy, putting all of that towards the things that we are actually worrying about. So I'd like to start first by kind of sharing some examples of things that we cannot change or control. And this might be showing up backwards on our video, so hopefully it's not. I see it backwards, but I hope you see it the correct way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is our file of things we cannot control. Okay, I hear that it's good. Excellent. So things we cannot control. Really, our feelings. We can't really control our feelings to things, and nor would we want to. We want to feel what we feel. We cannot control other people's stuff, their feelings, their opinions, their actions, and really the way that they think of us. We cannot control the past. We cannot control the future. And right now I'm stuffing my cannot control file with worries of the future for obvious reasons. And we cannot control what's happening in the world. So a lot of these worries and fears belong in this folder, as well as the what ifs. What ifs are big for me too. And I see what ifs as just extensions of worry. What if this happens? What if that happens? So as you can see, a lot of items that we spin about really can belong in this cannot control folder. So what belongs in the can control or change folders? And I truly keep these on my desk. I use them with clients all the time. And I'm like, see, yes, yes. Things we can control. We can control the choices we make. We can control actions we take. And we can control how we respond to things. So some examples for me, how how I'm currently using my files is, a big one is, I cannot control my mother's dementia. I cannot control it. I cannot control her treatment or anything else about it. So I put that in my I cannot control that file. What I put in can control is that I've come to just enjoy a phone conversation, a commitment to calling once a week, a commitment to just enjoying hearing the sound of her voice. Another, I cannot control politics or the state of the world. That goes in here. What I can control is, I know you've heard Katie say before, you can control you can volunteer, you can donate, you can of course vote, you can make a donation. For me, what I'm putting in, what I can control about it is of course going to vote, but it's also controlling my scroll. I can control how much consumption I partake in with social media and the news and the TV and everything else. So I can turn that stuff off, and I am. Another for me is, I cannot control the choices my children make and the what ifs. But what I've really learned to put in this file is my appreciation of them being full humans who make good choices, regardless of my input. They're able to do that, and I appreciate that. So let's do this exercise together. You can have 2 mental filing cabinets. You can have a couple of Post-its or pieces of paper if you want to jot it down. And I see Gina chimed in, she can't control her son's choices. Nope, you cannot. I feel you. So think about or write down a current issue, worry, recirculating stories that you're experiencing in your life right now. Feel free to write it down if you like. You can breathe with it, breathe into the question. And then drop into wonder about it. Is this something I can change or control, or something I have no control over? And put it in your mental filing cabinet. Put it in the appropriate folder. And then the next question. What about this can I change or control? What new choice can I make? What action can I take? What response can I make? And that's it. That's the practice. It can be done literally in seconds if you're willing to let go and put it in that filing cabinet. Sometimes it feels good, like, nope, I can't do that. I can't. It's going in this cabinet. It's over there. But what I can do is this. Sometimes all you can do is take a breath and let it go. So thank you all so much for joining me. I would invite you to actively try this wonderful Hendricks tool. And I thank you all so much for joining me for a few minutes this afternoon. Take good care.